Hello, folks. How we doing? Oh, I've been cool all day, and suddenly I'm overheating, probably because I've loaded a game on my gaming computer, which makes it start spewing horrible heat out. Oh, how are we all? What's the gossip? I picked up Satisfactory again. Finally got the hover pack. Oh, it's very good, isn't it? How did we live without it? Nice. Beautiful, okay. Oh, I understand there was some sort of controversial football decision. Is this correct? I have so little interaction with the World Cup, but I do occasionally hear my upstairs neighbors go, "Way!" like that. And I'm like, someone must have scored. Or nearly scored. Or the keeper made a save. Nice. The game audio is okay. We're getting digital artifacts. Does my mic sound weird? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. In-game. Sound seems okay. Okay, it was probably just... It was the bugs. It was probably the bugs. Ah, I was really worried then. Because I did my audio corrections. Everything I had to redo for the audio. And I haven't listened to it yet. So I was like, oh shit, is my mic broke? Am I going to have to do it again? Bass booster's working. I do not have a bass booster. I'm expecting my second puberty to kick in at any moment. Alright, I have a plan here. We want this copper. Oh, that's only impure. Oh well, we can make. We'll make the most out of it. It's okay. Oh, we've got another. Yeah, okay. We'll leave this. We'll use it if we have to. We want to aim towards this, which is like exactly up that way. Yeah. You have to remake the video. There was one of them where I had to redo the audio, wasn't there? That was fucked. This audio is mostly okay. Do you consider hypertube cannon transport cheating? I don't use, you know, the shoot you across the map aspect of it. God, I'm sneezing up a storm here. Oh, no problem, night lunch. Okay, here we go. These two things we want to bring down to the river. Is the video on Goodwin finished? Nearly. Nearly. Can I just zoom down this way? That's the most bold. I was trying to think of a Baldur's Gate 3 joke. we could go like, we could do one long thing like this, or we could go along the floor. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. I want to go like this, actually. Do you have video complaining to do? No. Not even many fixes this time. There was one rewrite I realized I had to do during recording, but that's done. All I have to do audio-wise is edit the fixes and slot them in. And then I just need to finish the actual video edit, which is not usually a long process for me, because there isn't usually that much going on. Look at those streaks. You're also streaky. What do we want to do here? Go under this? Dare we? It's still way too far up in the air, isn't it? What if we try the steeper ramp? The guy who edits in all the boom sound effects from this, I'm like, oh my god. Some people get so fucking hyperactive with the editing, don't they? There's one guy who makes videos about internet drama stuff. Okay, that's like even slighter. This is like, that's too slight though. Sorry, let's just use this one. Who is like, they're all bad. Well, he's quite good, this one guy. Except he's funny, but his editor isn't. So I hate watching him. Because he's just, like, he has good comic timing, but whoever edits his videos, which also might be him, to be fair, it just sucks. Is it Keemstar? It is not. We can just put 2 conveyor poles on the end of this, right? So we do have to put legs in for this, because obviously we can't just have this happening, can we? Or do I hate this too much? I think it's kind of ugly. I think I kind of hate it. Yep, I'm changing. What can I do, though? I can't run a truck down there. Or a train. What's the best way of the available options to bring all this stuff over to around the location of that pole over there? We can run it down a big belt. We could run a truck down. Limp. could just do a train. From here. And then have it just snake down. You just pick it up and walk. Just run back and forth all day. Bring it down here. You see it from the discourse. Is there discourse? I desire to know about it. "50 factory cart circuit." It would only be a little train, and it might be a bugger to build. But we do like our trains, don't we? People keep asking me about the football at work. Yeah, some people just don't take no for an answer on that. So it's cab drivers with me. See the match? No, I don't really watch it. And then they're just like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what's going on." I'm like, yeah, probably. I would, you know, because I have no context for what's normal. You could tell me literally anything. Tea. I'm going to take a sip. Can we get your take on the Croatia offside? Well, it's a very complex situation, of course, isn't it? Many different ins and outs. Some of these angles look good. Well, you're not allowed to be offside. It's part of the problem. I think that's the initial, you know, what initially went wrong. Yeah, we want to go up there, don't we? But did the attacking player get enough of a touch on the ball? Well, that's just horrid. Look how bumpy it is.
Hello there.
Shaun hot dog.
Gray. EFI. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. That's very appreciated, thank you. Yeah, oh, these are a giant pain. I do usually build these on floors as well. I might end up having to do here. A lot of stuff I can bomb or chainsaw to get it out of the way, but this is going to be tricksy. We. It is actually a contentious issue, that one particular offside, because the attacking player, the person who scored, was offside at the moment the ball was passed to him. If we concede that the other attacking player got enough of a touch on it in order to change its trajectory in a way that may have aided the goal. However, after that, it hit a defending player. Now, if that was an intentional touch from the defending player, then it wouldn't be offside because the ball would have been passed to him by a member of the other team. So it's you know, that's you in order for it to be an offside, you have to say that there was an intentional touch from the attacking player, but there was an unintentional touch from the defending player. I looked at the chat and I think the first message I saw is about the Hitler Youth, so I feel like we're on totally different wavelengths here. See, I did actually know about the I actually knew about the offside. I was only pretending not to know about it before. Was that funny? Anyone care? I don't think anyone cared. That's okay though. I don't mind. No, I read about it before because it actually, I don't give a shit about who wins, but I care about rubbish like that apparently. I need to know exactly where I'm going. Okay. It's going to be a tight turn, but I think we can do it. Nice. Yeah, no, that's totally doable. Alright, then we just need to go down the line with, like, a chainsaw and some bombs. To get rid of everything. All this horrible nature getting in the way. We'll put in our station here. Except alright, we'll transport the ore. Even though I think for throughput reasons it'd probably be better to transport, to smelt it up here. Except the thing is, the reason I'm taking it down there is because I want to use the water to wash it in refineries. Unfortunately. So that's what all this is about. Nice. I want one of the good countries to win. Who are the good countries again? got to be some unproblematic countries somewhere, right? Right, railway station. I always put the fucking railway stations in the wrong way round every time, so I'm not even going to bother trying to think about it. I'm just going to put it in wrong and then fix it later. Boras. This is... to write what the plant is. Electronics. Electronics. Cat slash cop pickup. There we go. It's going to be fun to type again. Freight. And another freight. And then an empty platform. What do I have today in terms of gossip? All I have is spiders to talk about. I watched 2 really pathetic hunting attempts earlier. One of the spiders is still eating the little flies. And I watched it lock in on a little fly that was on the wall of the enclosure and leap at it and completely miss, and then just be left dangling from its own thread and have to like climb back up, sadly. Didn't even make the fly budge. And then the other one leapt at a cricket, and the cricket jumped away from it, and it was left just standing there, sillily. So not a lot of great hunting going on downstairs, unfortunately. Absolutely not, Lexi, I refuse. Now, we can't have big mushrooms growing on the train line, can we? It's actually very transphobic to not be trans. Do you reckon we could swing it being like as like a manosphere type thing, it being effeminate or homosexual to use cups instead of drinking either out of your hand or like say from I think from bowls, like shallow bowls. I think that could be a thing. Well, I guess this doesn't destruct. So there's just a bunch of spikes that our train is going to crash into, but that's okay. The bucket is the manliest container. I could see that one. I can't really think of reasoning for it, but that's the trick, you know. That's the wavelength they're on. I'm sure they can make cups somehow gay. We might need a lot of space here.
Hello there.
What's up, gamers? How's the video coming along, my friendly neighborhood Shane_vids?
Shane? Thank you very much, Teo Forborg. Thank you for the sub. That's very appreciated. Video is coming along well. That's all I have to say about that. No, I don't like hurting these things, really. Now, if you hit them with an explosive, they get mad at you, so I'm just going to put the explosives near it. I just don't want to be hearing these things while I'm building here, you know? Oh, shit. I just feel bad about doing that, but, you know, we have to do it. Get rid of this thing. And then we'll put station. What's mad at me now? Okay, I'll let you get some measure of vengeance. I'm gonna put the station here. Do you like that nudge mechanic? Yeah. Now, again, I don't like doing this, but, you know, I like how the little fly things get mad if you hit their launcher with one of these, but these don't. This doesn't count as an aggressive action. This animal cruelty. No, it's fine. They like it. They respawn. They're probably immortal. Okay, let's do a down ramp. Final Fantasy VII remains an absolute banger, by the way. I've been idly playing through it for the first time in years. It's very good. They don't laugh in that one. There's several laughing characters. All of the Shinra executives have their own unique, strange laugh, don't they? Am I going to have enough space here? What slur did Tifa say? It's actually, it's not just Tifa, it's several times in the game script. The translators at the time translated the sort of generic Japanese stupid or foolish to a bad word that we don't say anymore. It's not 1997. Right. That way. And that way. Yeah, that'll do. There's some really shitty translations in the original Final Fantasy VII. It's partly... it's not just like someone not doing their job properly. It's like, you know, they didn't have the context for a lot of what they were translating. So they had to just make guesses. And a lot of them were really off the mark. Just like terrifically not the case. So the enemy names in particular in that game are just absurd. Alright. This one. Say electronics cat / cop drop off. This guy are sick. There's the really famous one during the first boss, when the game gives you the incorrect information about about how to fight it. It tells you to attack it when its tail's up in the air, which is actually what you're not meant to do, because it makes it counterattack with a big laser. That's brilliant. That I like how they've never fixed that as well. It's just a staple of the game at this point, isn't it? It's like any of like the PC patches or anything like that could have actually just changed that to don't attack when the tail's up, and they've just never bothered. PC one, it took her a bunch of the arse. You dispute that one? Well, I still think it conveys the wrong information. It's actually, there's different versions of that scene as well, based on if either Cloud or Barrett is dead. And they're all wrong, which is funny. They never get it right. The PC version I'm playing, the most recently released one, it's good. It's got the... It's got like a ×3 booster from, I think, the PlayStation version. It's replaced the old Steam version, though. And they've put this awful filtering over everything, which makes everything slightly blurry, and it looks awful. They should have just left it. It's like a really... like lazy way of trying to make the backgrounds look better, and they made them look worse. So yeah, it's a bilateral filter, I think. There's like there's a fan fix for it already, because they're like, what the hell? Train. Okay, and we need to actually we need to delete the train because I've fucked up. There we go. Put that in backwards. Now we can build the train again. Freight. Freight. these. These are going to be the unloaders. Edit timetable, plus, save, turn on self-driving. Now we'll see if it works. This is the drop-off, so nothing's going to actually happen here. It's just going to honk and then leave again. Right? It's gonna honk and then leave again. Oh, it is. It just took the piss a bit. They sit around for a long time, the trains in this, don't they? The jelly donuts. Yeah, I love that. It's a wild bit of, I think, misunderstanding. Like, if you like Pokemon, you're gonna learn what the fuck it is that Brock is eating, because you care about like the world of it. There are opportunities for teaching. Alright, so. Is this going to be enough of a buffer to get it all down there? Probably, right? Well, I'm not happy about those two being different levels. There we are. 300 a minute. Right through the power pole there. There we go. Hooked up. I could get more out of these when I've got faster belts, and I could change them to Mark 3s. I could actually get another 180 a minute out of them now by using Mark 3s. Lovely. It is cool how these work as objects throughout the whole train animation thing there. And extend on them. Oop. There we are. Lovely. Is this aligned? As long as we're aligned with it, we could build down closer to the ground. Or we could build on this level. Let's just stay on this level, it'll make it easier. might have to pump some of the fluid up, but that's fine. Alright, so this one can be the end. There were hundreds and hundreds of baby wold spiders across the ceiling of my kitchen. Oh, wow. What's a wold spider? Oh, wolf spider. I was like, a wold? I've never heard of that. That's great. No. We're locked. We have 3 spiders. One of them gave me a scare because it molted, but its old skin was inside its web, the little cocoon they make to molt in. But then at some point in the night, it's kicked all of its old bits out of its hammock, essentially. So it just looked like there was a dead spider on the floor of the cage. But it's not, it's just its old legs. They like kick off their own head like a helmet. Like it's like a little helmet plate that comes off with like eye holes and everything. It's like it's really wild. Exoskeletons. They're creepy. Having a sneaky little cough for fun. All right. I can probably, yeah, I can use the jetpack now. And my favorite quality of life thing is making the jetpack silent so you don't hear every time it reconnects to a new lightning thing, which is intensely irritating. I love that. That's good, isn't it? Just extremely slightly bent. Lovely. Well, that's good. Ashley really cracked me up. Oh. She was showing me, she has a bunch of, she's always like K-pop, and she knows a lot about K-pop. So there's like a ton of like, she tells me news about it, like this member from this group has left this agency. And I'm like, oh, wow. I like hearing about it. She has an infectious energy when she talks about it, you know. But she was going to show me a video of an old K-pop song that she liked, and she said they fight with lightsabers in the video. And I was like, oh right. And then she showed me the music video, and they don't fight with lightsabers in it at all. And she was like, oh, I'm wrong. And it turns out she had a false memory, because when she would listen to that track, she would pretend that she was fighting with a lightsaber in her own imagination. And basically has added that to It's like added that to the actual video. Ugh. That's wild, isn't it? Now, the thing about this Caterium ore is we need to get as much out of it as possible. We have 600 a minute, which is coming through. Hopefully it starts saying 600. But we'll see. And, alright. If we did have 600, pure Caterium ingots. This uses 24 a minute. That's an awkward amount, isn't it? Imagine if it was 25. Wouldn't that be great? That'd just make everything so much easier. Right. Let's get the calculator out and be prepared to overclock all of these by like 1%. No, it's actually the same. Funnily enough, it's exactly the same. It's a trick of mathematics. Because if it was 25 a minute, then we would need 24 of them. But since it's 24 a minute, we need 25 of them. Right? It makes sense. Trust me. Sure, yes. Because 600 divided by 25 is 24. So since it does 24, we need 25 of them. 2 things making 50 or 50 things making 2 is the same. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just confusing because the numbers are 25 and 24 because they're right next to each other. Okay. I did English in school. You're going to have to stick with me here. Oh yeah, that's why of course we don't do it closest to the ground. This is why we lift off. It's a good job I didn't listen to my instincts earlier. Because now look, we can put in water extractors underneath. Oh, look at that though. They actually poke through the floor a little bit. That's not great. Well, alright, we can grab from along the side, probably. I guess annoyingly, if they did do 25, we'd need 24 of them, and then we could do 2 rows of 12. You know. Instead of 1 row of 12 and 1 of 13. If we fully overclock them, we only need 10. And that's way easier to deal with. I'm sorry. I'm overclocking these. Just look at that. 60 per minute, that's just 1/10 of our throughput. And the water is 1/10 of what goes into a single pipe. So, fuck this. We're overclocking it. It's happening. We're just going to do a line of refineries right here. Like that, and then we just need enough space. All we need to check for. So we have enough space for this, and also this line, which we will have for sure. Like that. Do pure Caterium. Oh, hang on. If we overclock it and copy, then if we paste into that, then it pastes in power shards as well. Brilliant. So now we need 8 more of these to keep count. Do you get the old guy with the mustache in your YouTube Rex for No, I don't. He sounds fun, though. I'm getting a lot of Final Fantasy VII speedruns recently. Am I being bad for overclocking here? I feel like I am, but also it's just, you know, just having to do 10 machines instead of like 25 of them with awkward amounts of water each, you know? Whoop. There we are. Very nice. Aren't they like 10 hours? Well, I mean, videos made by Final Fantasy VII speedrunners. But also, some of them are really fast. Depending on versions, people have figured out how to like wrong warp to the end. Nice. Yeah. I'm still impressed with how fast 7 moves, although I think some bits of it are a little anemic, actually. Like, I think it could have done with having, like, fewer, more developed things. Alright. 280. 290. Still, it takes so long to creep up. Oh, I know what part of the issue will be here. You have to put... It's annoying that this is true, but it is. You have to put overflow, or otherwise this is going to not be working half the time. Overall, it's very bloated. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Wee. A lot of the stuff they filled it with as well is like not playing to the strengths of it, which is like the excellent characterization and voice work. It's doing shit with Chadley, who nobody cares about. And it's killing 10 things, you know. Well, that's absurd. So part of the issue here, I think, is that when the train pulls in, it's the platforms stop accepting, which means the system just backs up to this, and then this will stop running while the train's in. So we need an overflow box. I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate this now. Who's Chadley? Chadley is a new character in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and he's the character with the most lines, and who you talk to more than anyone else. And he's a weird sort of robot. Yeah, look, they've both stopped. So now this is stopped. It's just going to refill itself. And then finish. So now look, this is all downtime. But but because we have the box here, it'll keep running. I mean, that's not going to work, is it? There we are. Oh my god. How annoying. Unless you use everything up on the end, I think it won't matter, right? Well, if this was only running at like 95%, which means this wouldn't be picking up the full 600, so it wouldn't be feeding the full 600. I am intending to actually use all of this. This is only, this is 300 and 300. What am I thinking of here? I'm acting like I've got 600 and I don't. Because I haven't put on this. The miner. Mark III. Let's do it. Does it need to be a train? Well, I was going to build a conveyor belt, but I didn't really like it very much. Here I need tickets, because I need to buy some parts. Things that I don't make yet. Like these. And these. Beautiful. Now we can upgrade these. And we get 600. Very nice. I still want a box in here. This is just really an incredibly irritating setup. It's like I just do not have the space for this. So this is just going to look terrible. And everyone can sue me. There we go. Lovely. 6 and 6. Can you feed both into that one box? I could, yeah. But then I'd need to use a splitter to sort it coming out, you know. So I'll keep them separate. I've actually never fed anything down the same belt in this game. Just because I've never bothered to learn about the smart splitters or like anything like that. You can technically do it. We'll follow this back down now. Could you please sing We Are... No, I'm not going to sing that. I refuse to denigrate the memory of such a great advocate for free speech. Still haven't put any legs on this thing, but you're all just going to have to deal with that. Whee. What will you sing? I don't know. What should I sing today for the singing portion of the stream that we always do? YMCA. Well, that's too soon. Sorry, that wouldn't be appropriate. It's okay to leave a dog in a hot car by the Beatles. Speaking of the Beatles, I was going berserk the other day. Ashley showed me a romance scam YouTube video where some lady thought that she was in an online relationship with Paul McCartney. And Paul McCartney needed this lady to send him money. I was legit like losing my mind. Get these just to output the ingots so we can get rid of these. He isn't gay as far as I know, but he is 84 and he's married. And he's a billionaire. He's one of the richest music artists in history because he was in the Beatles. Jeez. I'm like, I was watching it like, oh my god, this woman, by the way, sent them $700,000. He did the theme tune for the video game Destiny. You know what? I'm gonna sound foolish now. Is that true? Did he? I have no idea if that's true or not. He makes his money scamming sad old ladies. It's a music video or is it a tiny hologram, man? It's the theme song of Destiny, Temporary Secretary. One of the things the scammers were doing to this lady were they were AI generating Paul McCartney songs and then making them be about her, and he sounds like a robot in them, and then charging her to access them. And it was like $6,000 a go, literally. Like, here's my song I've written for you, my love. That'll be $6,000 to access it, and it's literally just something AI generated. When they played the first one, it was terrible. But I said, well, it's better than Wings, which is a good joke, and Ashley laughed at it politely, but I don't think she really understood it. But you know, some you just say for yourself, you know. Alright. What do these need? Are these on the same... You know what? I have an annoyed feeling that they're very slightly off. Which is irritating, so we're going to have to do some rather annoying stuff to fix it. There are 10 of these that need 60 a minute. Go vertical like that. Build like a wall for this to snap onto. Still don't feel like that's right. No, it's like we're just... Ah, well, whatever. That'll do. The worst thing, though, about that one is they got her, right? They got her really good to start out with. You know, she's just a big fan of the Beatles, and she's posting, oh, I love the Beatles, I love Paul McCartney, all over the internet. And then, obviously, they just make Paul McCartney official and send her a DM that says, hello, I am Paul McCartney. How you doing? And she fell for that, and she sent them like, I think it was like 30 grand for like a personal meet and greet with Paul McCartney, where she was supposed to like fly somewhere and like stay with him in a hotel or something like that. And then obviously that didn't happen. She was scammed, and she went to the police, and they were like, you were scammed. That's like a scammer. And they were able to actually recover the money, because it was sent to like an intermediary, like a mule, and they that person also probably didn't have any clue what they were doing. They were probably thought they were, you know, moving money around for some other celebrity. And yeah, they got her money back, but then the scammer reached out to her again from another account that said Paul McCartney official and was like, hello, I heard you got scammed by someone pretending to be me. I'm really sorry that that happened. Would you like to talk? And she was like, oh, now I'm really talking to Paul McCartney. And they got her again for hundreds of thousands the second time. I mean, what can you do with that, you know? The age of... Honestly, the better the AI stuff, like the filters and the music production and things like that get, and also the any sort of autocorrects on, I feel like eventually they'll just go fully automatic. Like, people will just be running a Facebook page. It's probably happening right now, where it's like, it is just coded to reach out to people and say, hello, I'm Tom Cruise. I love you. Send me $45,000 worth of Apple gift cards. And you know, it doesn't matter if, you know, it's 99.9% of people will immediately close that, because all you need is one to fall in love with it. And you're loaded. Was that money recovered? No. That's just gone. They get them to... They're like, hey, so I'm locked out of my bank right now. Could you send it in crypto? Don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it. And they get them... They got her to sell her land that the family house was on. And put it into Bitcoin. I usually have some sympathy for them. I did not have sympathy for this lady. She got once, and she knew because the police told her, and she got her money back. It was like, imagine that, you get scammed and you get your money back. And then she just fell for the exact same trick again. Like, no respect for that. They look like they're outputting just fine. Yeah, they are. McCartney needs ice. Shame on me. Some of these people, literally, they go into the bank and the bank are like, you are being scammed. This is a scam. And they are like, no, I want my money. I'm sending it to Paul McCartney so that he can buy me a mansion in Paris. Which just, for some reason, he can't buy outright by himself because all of his money is tied up in deals. Also, a lot of these people, I have sympathy for a lot of them, but a lot of them are horrible as well. And I feel like part of the reason that they fall for this is because they've kind of alienated everyone in their actual lives because they're like repugnant people who no one wants to deal with. And then part of it is almost like, I wouldn't even say it's a conscious thing, but it's a like a subconscious, my kids aren't getting any of this money. I'm giving it all to George Harrison or Ringo or whoever the fuck. Because he cares about me. Because he sends me a text in sort of broken English saying, how are you doing, my darling, every morning. You know, and like this woman was giving off big, like that vibe. She was like, I've become dependent on him because he's always there for me, not like anyone in my family. And I was like, if I was in your family and you just sold the family land to send it to some internet scammer, I mean, not talking to you would be the best outcome for you, I think. Imagine that. Imagine, like, I feel so bad for the middle generation there, because if you're like, okay, tough economic times, I've got 2 kids, they're going through school, they're going to need money for college and life stuff in a few years, and I also have an 80-year-old mother who is loaded, who's got millions, and when she dies, that I can put that into a trust for the kids and that'll do them for life. But she's sending it all to scammers on the internet and just emptying the bank accounts and selling her house and getting rid of it. That's like it would be driving you crazy, wouldn't it? Like, if you've got grandkids in that situation and you're doing that, like, I feel like there's something sort of deeply wrong with you. I'm sorry. You're like... $170,000. Oh, I'm sorry, Rafine. Either I misspoke or you misheard me. She spent 700,000 to him, which is only part of what they wanted, because obviously they just keep increasing, you know. You will not get any inheritance. Yeah, I bet that's part of it. Because a lot of these people don't reach out, like me and Ash watch like a scamming, like a YouTube channel who try and like out these scammers. But their main job is not proving that it's a scam, which is trivial. It's trying to convince the scammee that they are in fact being scammed, which is nearly fucking impossible. Because it's too big of a hit, especially with men, because they've been having sexual conversations with someone who they think is a sexy lady, and it turns out not to be a sexy lady. It turns out to, in fact, be an African man, which a lot of the people who fall for these sorts of scams, they don't really like either aspect of that very much, you know? They're not a big fan of the man part, not a big fan of the African man part. This side is the copper. Yes. Except we need to do a different. These need to be overclocked twice, and there needs to be... Well, I don't know. How many do we need? Thank you, Ravane, because that would be very out of context. I'm talking about racists. It must be a hit to the, you know... Like, some of these people are just quite racist as well, and, like, refuse to believe... Some of them have had full-on meltdowns when it's like, you're actually not talking to a Hollywood celebrity, or you're not talking to this, like, who you think is a white man. And it's important to you that he's a white man. You've actually been talking to someone from West Africa. Like, their brains just break a bit. Okay, so we need to do some full-on mathematics here. So this would be 300 Caterium ingots a minute. That's what that would be. So then we just need to work out how much copper we need. So we can produce here quick wire fused like this. So if we've got 300, we divide that by 7.5, means we need 40 of these machines, which is crazy. But whatever, we do 40 times 37.5 means we need 1,500 copper ingots a minute to keep up with that. Fuck. Now we have enough to feed 20 of these machines. Like this. So that would be... these are outputting 75, so we go divided by 75. It's 20 exactly. Holy shit. Okay. Well, alright. Fair enough. So if we make 20 of these, they'll output 1,500 copper ingots a minute, which we need to split onto 2 belts, which you can do 2 of 750, and then we need 40 of these machines, or 20 if we overclock them. If we just overclock them to 200%, we only need 20. I sent a picture of my dick to an African man who I thought was Paul McCartney. Ugh. Shit. What the hell are we gonna do here? Okay, put in 20 of these. Hook them up. Hook up the water. And then figure out where we can make 40 assemblers. And how we can throughput all of that crap. Because they're going to be outputting so much, aren't they? That's going to be a difficult build. So each one of them overclocked twice will be 180 per minute. which means we could only feed 4 of these down one belt at a time. So if we need 20, that would be 5 banks of 4 feeding down 4 different belts. Right? 5 banks of 4 of them. Yeah. Thought you were just saying that then. No, it's all in context of being scammed. I would never send a picture of my genitals to Paul McCartney. I don't think he'd be interested. Okay, so all of this can be fed off one belt. We need 20. So we know that that's 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fuck me, I'm 1 short. Good job I noticed that. Only 1 short. I miscounted earlier. Oh, I never miscount. Yeah. Huge. These are all connected together, right? Yeah. I'm going to put some valves on. I don't know if that does anything, really. It's to stop it from pumping into each other. Next, distinguished Liverpool figures dinner. I am not distinguished enough. I've never been invited. Okay, so right here. I'm gonna go all the way up to this. Wait, I'm gonna have to put this and this up on the platform. Alright, production, refineries, 10 more refineries. I knew we were just gonna be building shitloads of refineries today. This we can just get rid of, actually, because it's just the geothermal and the radar tower that are hooked up to it. Why are you still going? Oh, because it produces power by itself. Of course. Well. Need to hook all of these up. What are these output again? 75 a minute. So we're doing 10 and 10, right? So 750, 750. Who would the other guests be? It would be terribly self-centered of me to bother thinking about in a list of famous Liverpudlians how high I am. That would be terribly self-centered. Wow. Nope. It bollocks. It's under like every single football player from Liverpool. Nice. $218. 5. Yeah, it's the 4 Beatles and me. Alright, we need 3 more refineries here. Maybe we should put a break in the middle so that we can... Yeah, we need that, don't we? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've miscounted the refineries again. I don't think my brain works. I always get like this though, don't I? Near the end of a big video project, my brain just stops working. Okay. So that's definitely 10. So if these match these, that's definitely 10 there. So then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're missing one. But I can't put it in the gap in the middle because we need to use that to route items. Uh-oh. 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 We have ran out of overclockers. Jesus Christ. In one of my power plants, I failed at counting to 8. The 2 generators that weren't working just didn't exist. Yeah, I do that a lot. Apparently. So all the rest of these should be done. But then it just ran out of these to overclock them. So we'll fill in here. And then we'll go and make sure that that doesn't happen again. Counting is hard, isn't it? I wonder, can we cheat? What if we use sloops in this? Does this out? Oh, look, it does. We can get double the power shards. I should never handcraft those then, should I? There we go. Lovely. I was talking about slug boosting earlier. Yeah, I completely... Look at that. If we do this, it'll actually produce so many that it overfills this belt. infinite slugs. You can actually make these, can't you? There's a way to make them without picking the slugs up. That's nice for pacifists. I'll let that do its thing for a little bit. Since I'm fully into fuck it, I'm overclocking them to make the maths easier mode. Now this slot then, going to output 75 down this way, and that one's going to output it down this way, and then we'll have two belts come through the middle here and meet up with our belt of 300 Caterium coming the other way, and they'll meet right here, and then they'll kiss. You still have to blend the few slugs, and oh yeah. That's unfortunate, isn't it? It would be nice if you didn't ever have to kill anything. I don't like killing things. I say, playing Final Fantasy VII also, and just having each character use Matra magic on just group of enemy after group of enemy in order to unlock their limit breaks. Did you know you can get Omni Slash on Disc 1? I haven't done it, but it's possible. It's messed up, right? Should we put a little overflow in at the side? I don't see why not. Lovely. So this should be 300 a minute. You can slap merges and splitters directly on the ends of conveyor lifts. Yeah, I like that, but chat doesn't let me do it. Chat says that's not for the likes of me. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. I know, it snaps on and then it looks like it takes it into the splitter through the bottom. It looks fine, I think, but, you know, chat just... a little anal about that sort of thing. Let's send it underground here. No, that should work, shouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. Flip into it like that. Ravine. Alright. Well, it looks like this, right? So it clips on there. And it's admittedly, there are some clipping issues, you know? A little bit. That's unpleasant. But it technically works, you know? Not allowed. It doesn't have a hole at the bottom. Yeah, see, I do agree with you a little bit. There we go. So now... Now, I don't really know about this thing. Who knows about the... about these, right? If I feed in 2 belts of 750 in the back and then I feed them out onto 2 more belts, will it all go through the box? Does the box have a throughput limit? Because I could put this in here. If it didn't autosave at the exact moment I clicked the mouse button. As like, you know, the counterpart to that one. And then we run these into this hole and these into this hole. I like how we're still working on what is basically floor 1 of this electronics factory. Over there makes plastic and rubber. And over here is just going to make Caterium. Oz. We're going to make a lot of Caterium. How much are we going to make, actually? Let's work this out. We have enough to make... Why would I ever close my calculator while playing this game? Divided by 37.5 is 40. Multiplied by 90 is 3,600 a minute we'll have. And then out of that, we can make Caterium circuit boards, which use quick wire and plastic. We can make AI limiters. We can make plastic AI limiters, so we don't have to bring more copper over here and use some of the plastic. And then we can make Caterium computers out of some of the rubber, even more quick wire, and circuit boards. And then the supercomputer is just made out of AI limiters, which are quick wire, high-speed connectors, which are more quick wire, and cable, which we don't have over here. So we'll have to make some cable also. We can make quick wire cable, but that would be a waste of quick wire when... Oh, shit. Well, oh, hang on. We can just connect that to get it on at the moment. There's iron here, so we can just turn the iron into iron wire into cable without having to compromise our quick wire. I am actually going to open a notepad. And I'm going to write down 3,600 U wire, just so I remember how much we have. Lovely. Why is everyone Googling fascism? Who is that one influencer type TikToker or whatever who was trying to read about fascism and couldn't pronounce any of the words and he kept yelling at himself because he couldn't read? jam, was it? Nice. This can all go down one, right? Yeah, exactly, it can. Well, that's just entirely wrong. That was Aiden Ross. Yeah, that's the one. As a small credit to him, he did nope out of it when he saw Hitler. I think he called Mussolini. Was it Benito Mussolini? There we are. Copper. Much water. Okay, so that's 200 and 200, which is 400. Why does it take so much blooming water comparatively to clean the Caterium? How dirty is the Caterium? Alright, so we only need 400. We can run all that down one pipe. Very good. Sure, the fact that I've run a belt under here is not going to come back to bite us at all. Oh, thank you very much, Lexi. I'm not going to listen to it because he makes really disgusting snorting sounds as he's going, if I recall correctly. And I don't want to hear that. But there you go, for anyone else who wants to watch it. Unless that's not the video and Lexi was lying. In which case, you just got rickrolled. Nice. You're really getting a rhythm with this. There we go. Why are you idle? Why are any of these not working full pelt? Because it's full. You're all confusing me here. No water's going into it. But it has before. What the hell? Maybe it's a lift problem. It's acting like we haven't got enough water to fill it. But this is 5 times 120, which is directly 600. And these are Mark II pipes, which carry 600. No water. Maybe it's like they can't... Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. What's it? It is going up, isn't it? Well, yeah, it might be that it can just about reach that far, but like not quite. So let's see how it works with pumps. Can we daisy chain the pumps together? We can. That's handy. And then we can just connect the last one of those to here, right? There we go. That sounds healthier, doesn't it? There we are. It needed pumps. It was confusing because it was like just about working. It must have been like, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Look at all of our ingots. I want to get in them and roll around. Actually, while this is running, what we need to do is check the throughput. By popping in a sink and just throwing it all in the bin. Daisy chaining was a massive upgrade. It really was, wasn't it? Over here I did the same thing prior to stream. I just put a sink in for the plastic and the rubber. Just to check that everything over here was working efficiently. This is burning off. This is why we're running low on power shards here. Look at how fast they go. Alright. First half is working. What's wrong here then? The heavy oil residue is full. And full here as well. Alright, what's happening here then? We have an issue. If I recall correctly, maybe it's a throughput issue. I think I split them into 2 lots of 600, didn't I? Let's have a little look. These are all full. I don't like this. I fucked up somewhere, clearly. It's just filling up, isn't it? It goes here. And then there should be 10 of these machines and then 10 more. But it's filling quickly. I tell you what, let's flush the full pipe network of it. Because it's possible it filled up before. when the boxes were backed up. And it'll work if we flush it. Well, that'll allow us to find any problems like this, though. Because look, it's still not draining, which means this just must not be going anywhere. Yeah, there's like... Okay. See, I flushed the full network. But these 20 are still fucked. In particular. Did I forget a connection somewhere? Because these are all going down the same pipe. And then this is empty. And this is full. And this is full. Full, empty. Full, empty. These must not be connected here. Yeah, look at that. There's something wrong. Look at this. That's moving. It's like awful Z fighting here. Oh, some of these pipes are fucked. Loads of my pipes are fucked. What the hell? Oh, that's terrible. Oh well, we know where they're all going at least. Yeah, look at that. So all these. Better call a plumber. Oh, how annoying, eh? Flush. I'm not having that actually. Any of this that's backed up whatsoever. We missed one as well. Look at that. So whatever was happening here was I was going like this. Okay, that's pumping. Wonder what the issue was. I can rebuild it, but you know, without understanding what was broken, what's going to be the point? It's just going to do it again, isn't it? I think what I did was I flew down here really quickly and did a lot of double clicking, and I think maybe building them that quickly must have broken the network. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put them in slowly. I think we need to wait until that's like fully registered as an object. Isn't this fun? And this is a different pipe network. It's never broken when I was doing it like one level at a time, so this is probably all fine. Maybe it's just connecting too many of these to one network. There we go, it's flowing down that way very quickly. Now here's the issue though, we need to get in another lot of them. Right in between. And then pray that this doesn't break it. I'm gonna say that this was definitely it. When I'm done, I'm gonna flush the full network and go back up top. And I bet you anything, they're all on now. Yeah, look at that. Fixed. Ugh, what a nightmare. Oh, brilliant. These 4 aren't working. Why not? Let's flush them. Finding the problem in here is just like... Look at that. Fills like right up. Let's flush it again. I need to be able to see where it goes through, you know? That's probably fine, right? We gotta leave it on for a bit. And we'll see if any of these... All of these should be green all the time. There's no reason for any of them not to be green. Look at that, we fixed it. And then they should be producing enough fuel here. Actually, all of these should be on all the time as well once the whole system's up and running. So if it's not, I don't know what I'll do. I'll kick off, I suppose. There's definitely some problem here. See, this is flowing really quickly. Or is it backing up? I don't know. It's flowing somewhere, so it's going somewhere. What is this pipe? Okay, this is right. I was getting worried then. I think maybe a couple of valves might help us here. So stuff doesn't get stuck. There we go. It should be flowing through here at a rate of 600 a minute. Which it is. Very good. And now it should stay like that. Maybe it was just like splashing back and forward in the... There we go. Very good. Now this will like slowly fill up and then this one will come on in a second. Alright. I'll call that a win. Just checking to see if any heavy oil residue is still backing up in the system. It's these last 5 that were the issue, wasn't it? A little bit, actually. It's still draining, though. Oh, shit. It's backing up more and more the further back we get. Could this just be too many connections on one thing? It's like slowly backing up. What if I put a pump in? What if we just pump it down that way? That's just going to pump it up these, though, isn't it? Shit. Maybe it's just a mystery. Pump up the jam. Fluid. It's hard to work out. How are we doing over here? This works fine, this side. I'm happy with that. This side needed 400 water, right? That's easy to do. We can just put 600 into the pipe and say fuck it, you know? Although we need to build more. I'm so wary about... I feel like I fucked up somewhere with my pipe strategy. Thanks for reading my message out loud. That was great. Well, I'm glad. I feel like the video is far enough along that I can do a Blue Sky post saying video soon. I never want to say that too soon because people think, oh, what, in the next 5 minutes? I'm like, no, I mean soon in video essayist. The glacial pace of video essayists. But soon, yeah. Can't see. That's where the gap is. Nearly there now. It's wild the hours that this takes, isn't it? You don't think about it. Just making this one factory, like that was an entire stream, that side of it, and now this side of it's going to be an entire stream as well. Right, they're already all hooked up over here. Let's hook them up down below. What does this factory achieve? It makes... Well, this particular side of it is going to make quick wire. And then we're going to merge the quick wire with this side of it, which makes plastic and rubber. And we're going to make various electronic components out of that. Circuits. Then high-speed connectors, AI limiters, computers, and ultimately supercomputers. You still haven't finished phase 4. This is true, actually. I have a lot of the bits on the network, though, don't I? Like, I've got factories that make parts of it. Drone Port Dala. Need to rename that. You need supercomputers to make other stuff. It's just a lot of that But the problem is, if you want to make like 5 supercomputers a minute, then it's like going backwards through the list of the stuff you need. It becomes like exponential, right? Because it's like, well, for that we need 10 computers a minute, and for that we need 50 high-speed connectors a minute. For that we need 200 circuits a minute, and that's made out of like 3,000 quick wire or something like that. So building the first step of the pyramid takes the longest and it's the hardest. But then each step after that is a little bit smaller. It's the plan. Okay, so this slot is going down towards the middle. There, like that. All this is, these are refineries that combine water with ore to produce ingots more efficiently than the smelters do. And they're making copper ingots and caterium ingots. And then I'm going to combine them in assemblers. To make caterium ingots, and then they need to be turned into quick wire. It's just in either 40 assemblers or 20 overclocked assemblers. I haven't decided yet. We might as well just make 40, you know. Oh, what was I going to do? I was going to overclock them twice and make 4 banks of 5, right? Because we have throughput issues on our Mark V belts. Our friend over here. Are you surveying the changes to your habitat? There we go, so they both go in there like that. Have you been watching any more Voyager? Yes, we watched the one where Voyager gets scammed. Neelix gets scammed by, and then those people go on to do an impersonation of Voyager and scam other people. It's a funny one. Oh, we're well past the rock episode. Yes. Voyager gets scammed by an alien pretending to be Paul McCartney, who would be like 500. Okay, these are going to be producing 2 lots of 750, which is going to be more than... That's absolutely wild, but... I'm going to have to get rid of that for a bit. These are... just to... Like, these are not permanent parts of the fixture, obviously. These are just to get rid of all the excess stuff so I can make sure it's all working right. Yeah, look over here. We got issues. That's not good, is it? Either I've miscounted. Possible. Or there's just an issue with how many different connections are on this line. Oh no, look, there's still some issues. Oh, this is killer, this. I'm gonna have to sort this out, aren't I? Yeah. Because I can't just hang around here flushing the full pipe network all the time. I guess I could fly down putting valves literally everywhere so that it can't possibly flow back. That can be one attempted fix here. Not sure that's gonna matter much. Yep, that's annoying. It is a full pipe, so any minor like imperfections in the line are gonna be, you know, they're gonna do this. Some pipes have a priority for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to figure out the issue, but I could. I could stick a buffer in. Which will mean that, you know, I could just flush that every so often. Rebuilding part. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? What do I want here? It's all these little bits of pipe and how they fit together, you know. Let's just run it through the buffer, why not? It probably works, doesn't it? I need a floor hole. I just keep adding pumps. I love how straight just doesn't work like that. Let's pop the valve back on. Oh, I'm gonna do a lovely little curve in like that. Look at that. Now I'm gonna flush the pipes again. I feel like every time the pipe, like the fluid in the pipe gets to like here, it's like, okay, do I go this way or this way? You know? And so because of all of those different calculations, there's just a little bit of a loss every time. That's what it feels like. Well, we'll just leave it there for now. That's only one half of it. But we'll leave it to compare with the other side, actually. We'll see if having this fixes anything compared to the other side. Nightmare. It's not much, though, is it? It's the last few drop to only being somewhat efficient. But the vast bulk of them all stay on, don't they? If we look at that. Beautiful. I don't think I'm going to get a new console. Honestly, they're ridiculous right now, aren't they? Are we witnessing the death of home consoles? Is it the end? Do I need to do pipes underneath here? No, I've already done them. Would you look at that? Water. And what I'm going to do to cheat the pipes here is just run more than I need down it. These are just getting more than it can handle. Not more than it can handle, but more than they require, for sure. And then we need pumps, if I recall. See, I don't have a choice but to keep on with the game and PC. I have to do it. Alright, that's interesting. I guess the pipes are still being filled. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about why the water is being piped into the system, but none of it is reaching the refineries. maybe it just has to fill this entire level before it'll push any up further, you know? Yeah, we'll say it just takes a minute. Oh, no, look, here they are. They're coming on. A lot of stuff in this game, you just need to leave it alone for a bit. Be like, yes, this factory you've built will balance, but you have to leave it on for 6 hours first, you know? That sort of thing. There we go. They are indeed coming on. Now this slot requires, unless I'm incredibly wrong here. Yeah, 400 a minute. And I have put in more than that. I have 480 a minute. Which is an extra 80. So once this whole system's full, there should be no reason any of these should be, because we've got 80 more than we need. See, I'm forced, because of video editing and streaming. Forced, you know, like I was made to do this, to keep up with. Oh, look, it's on, it's working. Having like a working gaming PC, but because it's my job, I can, you know, I can claim some of that back on the old tax there. But the prices are utterly ridiculous. I want to put an extra one in. I'm like, sod it. Just totally overpower the whole network. No, 80 extra is fine. It's fine. Getting a lot of tickets from all this. By the time these are all on, these should be 750 each, going down a belt that can hold 780. Tell you what, the Caterium has been running full pelt for a while, right? 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Very nice. What are we looking at here? Hey, look, the train. That's good enough throughput to keep up with it. Never going to run out there, are we? Probably the same here. I noticed the lack of a coffee cup. Oh, I haven't bought one yet. You know why? Because you can put your hands away now. You couldn't holster. So you just had something like this big covering up half the screen the whole time, you know? But you can holster now. Okay, the train works. Happy with that end of it. Happy with these. Looks like the network is oh, they're all on. I guess because it, you know, in any system like this that feeds in from one end, it needs to all fill up, doesn't it? So the first machines will slowly fill to 50 before it fills the next one. They all act like their own tiny little buffer. If there's no room for the train to unload, will it still be able to carry other things the other way? I think it's quite generous in that if the train has like 10 stacks in it, but it only has space to unload 2, it just unloads the 2. I do wish these were averaged over a longer time. Just tells you like exactly like I need like I need this to be like the value now and also the value over the last minute would be nice. Yeah, but look at that. Even with the buffer, the last 5 of them are still only on intermittent. It's 100%. It's 100%. 159 to 0 0. Yeah, so the buffer doesn't really matter. The problem is it's not, you know. Well, I guess we can just toss a pump on and just see what it does. Fuck all, apparently. What the hell? Oh, that's odd. Is it pumping backwards? Is it? No, it's pumping the right way. Yeah, it goes full. Yeah, you can't just shove it down. But it's full and not flowing. Full and not flowing. It's like... the flow is just really bad. It's like I couldn't have miscalculated. Is it possible I just straight up miscalculated? And I'm just like... trying to run too much heavy oil residue down. Well, like, this isn't even full. All these should be running good. 100%, and they're not. I mean, that could be the problem. Look, 86%. If these aren't running at... if they're not running 100%, then they're not using up all of the... Look at that, one's only 47. Yeah, alright, so... issue being... not all of the fuel machines are running at 100% efficiency. Are you hitting the limits of the pipe itself? Yeah, I know. Well, each one of these uses 60 a minute, and there's 10 hooked up to this pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's exactly right. So all of these should be running 100% of the time. But I think maybe because of the way it's laid out. Yeah. See, maybe we have to wait for these to fill. Maybe it'll just all sort out, you know? Hey, it's actually green down there now. Yeah, maybe we just have to wait for a bit for it to all... And then this should stay perfectly steady long term, ideally. Because the draw here is 600, and there is 600 worth feeding into it, so it should just say net 0. Would be nice, but we'll leave it alone for a while and, like, see what it says later. How are we doing here? Looks like these are all filled with water. That is 1,500 copper ingots a minute just being mulched for no reason. And then this should be 300. Exactly 300. Oh, that's nice to see, isn't it? I like these little throughput monitors they put in the game as well. That's quite fun. Alright, this side working fine once we got the pumps in at least. And then we'll laugh and... yeah. This says 603 items a minute in. And this is still counting up. So that's been running for as long. We got a big overflow here. I don't mind that train. It's, you know, it's not... It's kind of indulgent, because we could have just built a, you know, a foundation, and then put a conveyor belt on the foundation, and that would have worked just as well. It'll still slosh because of how the machines take a chunk at once. Yeah, they don't fill over the course of production, do they? They just like go chunk and just like take like a bunch of it. There's gonna be some weird animation now where this will like suddenly snap over there. I'm wrong. It has been doing that, but it didn't. Lovely. Okay, we have 600 throughput. All this is working just fine. Love it. You know what? This is working like mostly fine, isn't it? I doubt we're going to hit the cap on plastic and rubber usage from all of that anyway, because like look how much we have. Even if it's working at like 80 or 90%. Whatever. It's fine. It's not even a case where I can overclock those, because they literally... I've got 10 of them feeding from one pipe. Maybe it's better to not do that. Maybe it's better to like split them going down to like 5 each and then overclock the 5, just so you're never running 600 down a single pipe, because it just can't handle it. I'm not going to build in the sky. Listen, this is not building in the sky. It's just temporarily, for a minute, there are no legs. I realize there have been no legs for the past 5 hours here, but eventually we will finish building over the lake, and then I will fly underneath and I will put legs in. I just need to know where everything's going first, you know? Then I think we should build legs even further up, and I think we should build a second floor above all of this, like above the smoke, so like right here-ish, and above the geothermal too. And then all this can be the basement, and it'll just have a pipe coming out of it that has quick wire, rubber, and plastic, and then no one's ever allowed to ask what's down there. The legs will reach the ground. Yes. 100%. Okay. I think the next thing we're going to be building are fused quick wire assemblers, which I think, yeah. I think we settled on 4 rows of 5. 37.5 is 40 of them, and then overclock each of them by 2 to get 20. So like that. And then they each produce 180, and then 180 by 5 is... Oh, shit. I'm wrong. We need 5 lots of 4 instead of 4 lots of 5. Right? 180 times 4 is 720, which can fit down 1 belt. Okay, we need 5 rows of 4 of them, not 4 rows of 5 of them. I'm actually going to write that down. 5 rows of 4 assemblers at 200%. Because there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to remember that for next time. Completely different. See, it would be completely different, because if it's 4 rows of 5, they will produce 900 quick wire a minute, which is too much to fit down 1 belt, or my fastest belt that I have right now anyway, this one. So I need to do 5 rows of 4, because then they'll produce 720 quick wire each, which can go down 4 belts. And then we'll have 3,600 quick wire a minute for various things. It sounds like a lot, that, doesn't it? But it's like, okay, if we want 10 of these machines, that's 370 of it gone, like straight away. And then you're like, oh, I'll make 10 AI limiter machines. That's 1,200 of it gone. And then high-speed connectors. If we wanted to make 10 of these, that's 2,100. So it's all gone already. That's all of it. When are you playing Stellaris again? You know what? I was actually waiting for them to fix whatever was broken with the newest update. And then I was going to do a Nomads playthrough, because they added that in, didn't they? Should I stream that? Or should I spare you all? And then, say, 10 computer machines would be 500. It's pretty tough. Just keeping one of these supercomputers running. It's like, okay, 5 high-speed connectors. So we'd need 2 high-speed connector machines to fuel one of them, which is 420 quick wire just to make high-speed connectors. Wild. Obviously, you should stream it. I'm not asking about what you do. You can ask what I do in my own time. There's a new open beta release yesterday. Whee. Stream it, bully us back. Yeah, I might do a Stellaris game. It is fun coming up with puns. Or letting you all come up with puns. It's just whenever they put out a new Stellaris patch, they fucking break everything, and it takes them like a month to fix it. So or they just never fix it, and then someone in the community fixes it. So I'm just waiting to see how it's going. Why is what you're telling me that you're bored of infinite Satisfactory electronics factory construction? I don't know why. I could do this. No, I do have a limit on building refineries. Like it gets to the point where I feel like the game needs like a mega refinery or something. Because there's so many, they're such the awkward shapes. They're so tall and weird and like, and all of the constructing you do at this level is like, okay, I just need 40 refineries, and then they can support the inputs of 80 more refineries. And you're like, oh god, I'm just gonna be building refineries. That's like all I do now. Yeah, I've still got the Elden Ring walkthrough as well. I've got stuff. We might do a video watch and stream as well when my vid's out. This could have been the footage from the last. Of course it could. We're just building refineries over the same fucking lake. But at the end of it, we'll have a single manufacturer that makes a supercomputer, and then we'll have it and we can look at it. I've got 40 at the moment because I bought some before. Look, this is the goal. This is what it's all for. Pause the video and say yeah every now and then. I still feel bad that Hassan was watching that video on stream and got like totally caught by that bit. Alright. That's going to be it from me today then. Sorry, all I did was build more refineries. We're nearly done with them though. In fact, we are actually now done with refineries. We're on to the assemblers phase. It's assemblers, tons of assemblers, so many assemblers. Then after that, manufacturers. Alarm manufacturers. And then after that, we're done. Still, you know. Thank you very much, folks, for tuning in. I'll be more interesting when the vid's out. I promise. I promise. I promise. Don't sue me. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in, as always. Thank you for all the support. Hang around for a minute and we'll raid someone. Who are we going to raid? Let's raid lady. Why not? There we go. Fredda _. Oh. Well, I'm gonna raid who legs, he said. Sorry, wait, lady. There we go. All right. I will see you all next time, folks.